Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm recording,
It's
right?
recorded. Yes.
Okay, Kareem, thank you so much. I'm a forgetful person, everyone, so you have to remind me with some stuff that I forget.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kimo. So now, number one, there are space sections in the listening test. How many sections do you expect to deal with? I think that Mr. Tamer gave you an overall view in the first session. He told you that we have listening, we have reading, we have speaking. So 5 seconds to guess. You don't need to talk. Yes, you can write this. Let's have a look at what you have written. Okay. Okay, so let's go back. Here, we have 4 sections. 4 sections, and we're going to deal with everyone on its own. Now, each section has space questions, making a total of space questions. Each section has how many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each section has 10. And 10 multiplied by 4 gives you a total of 40 questions in all. So now you know how many questions you're dealing with, 40 ones. Get ready for this. If you have never done a listening task at school while you're a student or while having a course, and I know that most of you were in TESOL courses with Mr. Tamer or in speaking courses, so I think that you're familiar with listening tasks. But let's have a look at what we can say about this course. I need someone to unmute himself or herself and tell me, what does the first note say? What do I mean? Which is the most difficult part in the exam? Is it in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the course? Yes.
The last section.
The last section, yes. So we'll start with the easiest one, then it's becoming progressively harder. That means the first one is the easiest for you, which is, I think, will be a good opportunity for you to collect yourself and be ready and to improve your listening mode. You have to start with something easy, then you end with the most difficult one. But at the same time, it has one negative point that you should work on, which is maybe you get bored, maybe you get angry, you can't wait, you became like in a hurry, you would like to finish because this is very, it makes you very angry. So you have to control yourself and be ready for this. And through practice, inshallah, we're going to end this problem. Second point that you should care for is that the answers come in the same order. So don't expect the track to go to number 5, then it jumps to number 10. No, it's in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what the most important idea is that you know when the questions start, so that you can get ready and be ready to just answer everything in time. Now, it's how many minutes is the test? It's here in front of you. It's 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes plus some more time? Yes. So we have 30 minutes, then another 10 minutes, and we're going to tell you how they are going to manage this. Can you hear me? Because they said that the internet is not stable. Is that fine? Okay. So the whole test takes like 30 minutes, including instructions. Please get ready, read the heading of the questions, go from question 1 to question 4, and this is what you're going to find out now. And it's also at the end of the test, they will assign 10 whole minutes away from the 30 ones for you to copy your answers from the question paper into the answer sheet. An answer sheet which caused a big dilemma yesterday. I don't know why. I just said we have an external paper in which you're going to write the questions. Is it ready, guys? You have your paper with section 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 40. I guess you're ready. I guess, inshallah. Okay, so you have to take care of the last line here in the presentation, which is the instructions to the exam will not be spoken by any one of the examiners. They will be included in the track. So get ready. Let's move to another point. This is what will make it a bit hard in the beginning, only in the beginning, which you hear only once. Excuse me, Mr. Muhammad Fathi. Yes, thank you so much. You hear each section, each question only once. So I'm not going to say, excuse me, my examiner, I was just distracted, so I didn't hear what the track said. Will you please repeat? This will never happen. So you have to work on your level of concentration. You have to practice listening too much, and you have to give due care, due concentration to tasks for a long time, because 30 minutes, you're not going to blink an eye. You have to stay focused. You have to be attentive to every piece of information said. You have a question paper, and they're going to give you some time. This is the most crucial problem in the Arab world. We don't give due time to everything, to any task that we're doing. But here in the IELTS, don't be afraid. You have much time. How? Number one, you have time before each section. What do you think this time is for? Can you answer me? We have some time before you start answering section 1, some time before you answer section 2. Why do you think they give us this time? Yes. Who's going to speak? Ms. Zainab, can you please unmute yourself and speak? Aya, okay.
Yes, for thinking maybe.
Yes. And you have your exam paper in your hand. What are you doing before the section starts?
To read the answer, read the questions.
Perfect. That's it. Yeah. So I have my pencil in my hand, and I have my questions in the other hand. So feel free to just go through the questions. And what are you doing? Yes, you're going to circle the key words that will wake you up. Of course, you're going to be distracted somehow. You're going to just think away with the task. No, when you hear the word and the car, yes, I had this in my exam sheet. But also, you don't have to just wait for the speaker to say the exact words, because he may give you synonyms. And instead of saying he reduced, he would say he declined in the exam sheet. And in the listening track, he would say they reduced the time. So they are synonyms, so you have to wake up. That's why our team gives too much care to synonyms, and they ask you to study and to know synonyms. And I think that yesterday I shared a good site for giving synonyms. Inshallah, step by step, you're going to master this. So we have some time before the section. You listen to the task, you answered. We give you like some seconds after each section. Why? Maybe you missed something. Maybe you're not very sure of what you have written, and you need to change your mind after you have an overall view or overall understanding of that part. So you have time before, time after. And this is what I had said before. After finishing the whole test, you have 10 minutes. But this 10 minutes is not for you to relax. No, you're going to do much work. What are you doing? You're copying everything, all the answers from the question sheets that you had in your hand into the answer sheet. will be separate. And you're going to hear a variety of accents. Mr. Tamer in the first session told you that your accent is not that important, but their accent is. Their accent is. You have to be familiar with the accents in front of you now, the British or the North American or the Australian English. How? You can use YouTube. We're going to do too much practice in listening. Every Friday, you're going to answer a whole listening test. So inshallah, like after 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to master the accent. You're going to understand more. So expect now, expect today, especially if you're not that familiar with the British accent, because everything around us is American. So feel free to do this. You're going to master it. You're going to understand what they're saying. Maybe not today, but next time, I'm sure that you'll be too much better than today. Before we start, I'd like you to tell me now, here, I'm going to ask you some questions. How many sections do we have in the exam? In the IELTS listening test? Who's going to answer? Sam, yes. Sam? Mr. Omar? How many sections do we have? Okay, well, please mute yourself, Miss or Mr. Wissam, and someone has to unmute himself or herself and answer my question. How many sections do we have?
4 sections.
Sorry?
4 sections.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And someone else, what's the total time of the exam, of the total time of the listening exam? Yes?
30 minutes plus 10.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kareem. Don't say 30. As Mr. Kareem said, it's 30 plus 10. What is the 10 for? Who's answering my question?
To convey our answers?
Yes, just to copy everything that you have in the question sheet into the answer sheet. So do you have to worry about writing in the answer sheet? No. You have 10 whole minutes to write this. And you know that those people are strict with your timing, so we're going to practice this. Okay, so let's move to another point. Here, how much time do we have before we go into the task itself? You have like 30 seconds. So 30 seconds, you may think that it's not that long, but it is. Maybe it's not long today, but after 2 or 3 weeks, you're done. In 30 seconds, you're going to kill the whole task. You're going to know what's where and how you're going to deal with it. So these 30 seconds are used so that you pay attention to that you have a date, you have time here, you must start the time here. There is a name needed to be known. Oh, we need to know to figure out how much money that we should pay. So I have underlined that you have to pay special attention, special care to the first question. Why do you think I said this? Yes, who's ready? Ms. Marwa? Or whoever? Unmute yourself and answer my question. Why should I care about the first question? Yes?
I think it will be easy if I answer the first question easily. It will give me a rest.
Spirit. True.
Yes.
And what else? There is another point that I mentioned earlier. Rather than getting happy that I answered the first question, and you know that beginnings always matter.
Because the harder is next.
That's
This is the easy one.
Yes, this is the easy
Could
one.
I answer?
Yes, Mr. Mahmoud?
Okay, if you don't grab the first question, that's mean maybe you missed the other one or the procedure one or the following one, because you know you tell us that everything is a range. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
They are in order. So if you missed the first one, you're going to wait for the first one. because you don't know, you haven't paid attention that the first one is already have been said. So this will destroy the whole task. But at the same time, people who have poor concentration. I'm the king. What are you doing? Just keep calm. If you miss something, that doesn't mean that you're going to destroy the whole stuff. Just grab any information, because you have 30 seconds in which you circled what do they tell you about. So let's say that they in order, they will ask me about the date, the name, and the price. I missed the date. So why are you going to miss the other two items? Okay, the date is missed. Just pay attention to the other points. And this will, through practice, we're going to deal with this. We're going to fix this. So let's move to another point. What do you think this is? This is the
Answer sheet?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the answer sheet. That caused too much tension in the group yesterday, and because people said, oh, answer sheet, no, why didn't you say? How did you? Why? Why are you making too much stuff about nothing? This is an answer sheet because you should have a paper. Do you have the paper? Who has? Raise your hand if you have. How is your paper like? Can anybody tell me how is his paper like?
I'm sorry, I just reprinted it as it.
Ah, it's fine. Yes. You printed the paper that we uploaded.
You sent it before.
Group, right?
Yesterday, yes.
Yes, true. Okay, so you have numbers. You have numbers. How many answers do you expect to write today? Can anybody tell me? Ibrahim, you raised your hand like some seconds ago. Can you tell me how many questions are we dealing with?
Yeah, we are dealing 40 questions.
Perfect. 40, and we have 4 sections. So each section will have like 10 questions. And I guess that you designed your paper. If you don't have our sample, you designed your paper in the same way. You wrote section 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Section 2, 11, and so on. Okay, so this is the answer sheet, and feel free, if you don't have the printed paper, that makes no difference. Use your own. And if you remember, I said that we have to keep track of our listening stuff. So you need to have a notebook for this, because I would like to see how much I'm improving. Today, I got like 30. So next time I make sure that I got 34, 35, and so on. Now we come to the sections. We have 4 sections. Section 1, this is a conversation between 2 people. They tell you about everyday life. What do you do every day? You go to school, you go to college, you visited your neighbor, you did any social, you talk about any social topic. You arrange a trip. We're going to trip next year, next week. So you have to be ready. Who's coming? What are we going to have with us? And the last line says, this is for specific factual information. You're going to write some facts, very specific. You're not going to have a range of words, because people were asking about what are we writing? Are we writing something in the listening, which will be in the question type part. Section 2. Section 2, answer my question. Section 2 is easier than section 1. Unmute yourself and answer.
No, it's not easier. It goes progressively harder.
Harder. Is this the most difficult one? No.
No.
Difficulty comes next, at the end, in task 4 or section 4. In section 2, we have one speaker who's speaking about general topic. Is giving information about a public event that happened last week or that will happen in the future. A service provided by a company, or some of that stuff. And it's also deals with specific factual information. Same. You have exact information that you should write. Section 3. Harder? Yes. Why? Actually, we're going to listen to 2 to 4 people speaking. An academic mean. What do you mean by academic? To some, I think that your mic is your microphone is on. Yes. We're going to listen to those people talking about an academic stuff, maybe a seminar, maybe they are in a course and they are dealing with this. So what should we focus on? Specific factual information. Same like before? Yes. But we have to add something else. Attitude. How they feel. So expect that they are going to mention some of their inner views, their point of views, and maybe the speaker's opinion as well. Last section that we have, which really, you think that it's the most difficult one. But inshallah, step by step, you're going to find that they're all easy for you. This is only one speaker. One speaker that is going to comment on something. He maybe give you a lecture. It may be a talk. He's commenting on one topic. And the focus will be on everything that we have said before. Everything, including the 3 sections that we have already done. Now let's go to the questions type. Mr. Tamer gave you a hint about the questions in the listening test. And yes, they are. You have some choices. You're going to choose whether A, B, or C, or D. You have to match things together. You may have a picture, and you have like 3 or 4 sentences, and you have to say A here, B here, C here. You have to classify things, to group them together. You may write some short answers, or you may list things. You can have a diagram, and you have to label it. They may put you a picture of a street or something, and you have to say, where is the traffic light, where is the cinema, and such stuff. You may have a table or a note, and you have to complete some missing words. Sometimes the missing words are only 1 word. Sometimes there are 2. Sometimes there are 2 and you can add a number. How can we know this? Can anybody answer me? How do I know what is needed in the question? Unmute yourself and feel free to speak.
By reading the questions before the
heading.
the test itself.
Yes.
Yes.
So before you start, away from what you used to do while you were a student in a school, you have to go to the heading question. You read it carefully. You read it thoroughly. لو سمحتوا, away from what the Arabs do while they, yes, I know this question, it's easy, and I answered like millions of it before. No, you have to read from first word till the last period that you have, the dot. You have to read it thoroughly, read it carefully. Because if you miss the instruction, it's done. We're done. It's not only you. And the last one, that you have a summary or you have a sentence and you need to complete some information missed in this sentence. Here, the last and the most important part, my score. Here is your score. You just missed the last line, in which your correct answers, if they are from 11 to 12, then you get 4. No more, because they don't expect you to get 3 or 2 or 1. So this is the band score, and we're referring to it back after we finish the test. Okay, so here I'd like feel free to unmute yourself and tell me just one piece of information about the listening, the IELTS listening test. Who's going to start? Yes. We have, I'm not going to call your name, so feel free, raise your hand and we can choose you. Just mention one point that you got and stuck in your mind.
Yeah, I can start with that.
Yes, Mr. Karim.
Yeah, actually, I'll speak about the type of questions we might have. We have first that a conversation between two people. It's about a daily routine or daily event. Second type is one single person is speaking about an event or an occasion happened last week, last month.
Yes.
The third and fourth will be sort of academic. So yes, these are type of questions which we might have.
And the last one?
Yeah, it's sort of academic as well.
Yes. So the last two ones are about academic. Ms. Nasreen, feel free to speak.
Yes. It contains 4 sections. Every section contains 10 questions. You should write your answers at first in the question sheet. After that, you will copy it in the answer sheet.
Shall I copy the answers during the test time, or do I have some more minutes?
لا, 10 minutes.
10 minutes more. Thank you so much.
More, yes. Yes.
Thank you so
after,
much.
Yeah.
Who else? Okay, now you have, I'm going to end this meeting. I'm sorry to say this, but the program itself is going to shut itself down and we're going to come back with the same, inshallah, link. I'm giving you like 2 to 3 minutes to prepare yourself. Feel free, take a deep breath. Get ready for the first IELTS listening practice. And I'm saying practice because if you think that this is a test, you're going to be somehow tension. I don't want you to do this. Feel free. Inshallah, it will be an easy task. And we have chosen, our team has chosen an easy task as a beginning. We just would like you to get familiar with the questions and how you're going to answer them. Your pen or your pencil in your hand. The questions will be in front of you. You're listening. As I said, I don't recommend that you use headphones. Why do you think?
Could you please send questions sheet to print it?
It's in front of you. You're listening. In the reading, I'm sending you the reading. But here in the listening, you have the questions and you listen. And you have the enough time to read it. So, I forgot my question. What was my question before you speak?
You were saying that to take 2 to 3 minutes.
Yes, Mahmoud. Yes.
The forming group links, you can't just go to the group links and print the form if you need.
I can't hear you well. Could you please speak up and repeat yourself?
Miss Marwa asked for the form. I tell her that the form in the links, the group links group.
Okay. So the idea in telling you that you don't need to use your headphones, because during the exam you're not going to use your headphones. So you have to adjust yourself to hear without using your headphones, because headphones of course make things easier. You have the sound louder or the voice louder. So this is what you're going to do in the exam, so accustom yourself to do the same. So now you have like 3 minutes. We're going to end the meeting now, and inshallah we come back fine in the same link. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.